2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the San Antonio.
The mighty Mississippi River carving its path through Memphis, Tennessee, where we're coming to you from tonight. It's a Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And the Spurs looking for a positive start here on their road trip. Pretty much the heart of the NBA season, and reflecting on how they've been executing, it has been solid.
And listen, this team has played well on the road. They got confidence. Anytime they go away from their own building, they know they can get the job done. And that's what they're expecting to do here now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for San Antonio, AI is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Medu in at the 4 slot. AI outside. Inside. A nice shot by Medu. Medu's got the first basket of the game for San Antonio. Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes, or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp? Yes. What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. And here's AI. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. To the paint. Here's Medu, guarded by Jackson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Rose in the post. He's guarded by AI.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
I love his will, his take charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
Rose with the ball. AI picks him up, and the dunk by Jackson.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
For San Antonio, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And Aldridge slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Well, the Spurs organization has done an incredible job for so long, and Pop's consistency along with his relationship with R.C. Buford, the way that they've scoured the globe to go out and find talent. They've both done this at the highest level and are trying to be emulated by most every other team in the league.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Holiday finds Marjanovic. Anderson against DeRozan. Back to Marjanovic. Over in the corner, Rose. Up top, Marjanovic. 4 on the clock. Fires from the wing. Offensive rebound, Jackson. They shoot again. Right side, Rose. Jackson trying to break free. That misses off the backboard.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And that one's good by Aldridge. And what's really amazing about Popovich, how well he does each aspect of each job.
Well, he's a terrific talent evaluator. He trusts the opinions of the guys who have gone out and done the scouting and the type of player and the type of character that they're going to bring in. It's a full collaborative effort. And then once they're in the fold for San Antonio, they do such a great job of developing players to fit their very intricate X's and O's schemes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Davis Bertans checks in for Medu. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's White in for Murray. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Now, here's AI. He's guarded closely. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, so smooth in everything he does. Aldridge with the little up fake, and the defender overcommits. He takes advantage.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
To the middle. Here's Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Now, here's AI. Guarded by Holiday. Back to AI. And the pass to Bertans. Outside, Walker finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the right side. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Bacon. White covering. The shot's good from Bacon.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Kings.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
He gets it up, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the and glad to have some changes here for the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson comes in for Johnson, and it's Holiday in for C.J. Miles. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Medu, he's checked in for Bertans. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Walker. AI is checked in for White, and it's Mills in for Ricky Rubio. Jackson is out there with Anderson. Then it's Holiday, then it's Brooks, and it's Bacon in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Aldridge's shot is good.
That's where Aldridge burns defenses repeatedly. His mid-range game is so advanced and so polished, evidenced by that shot there.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Hornets was phenomenal. He ended with 28 points and also found a lot of open guys with a big assist total. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Back to Holiday. Over AI. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Smart for Holiday to get that shot off even after the hack from the defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
AI outside. 35 seconds left here in the second. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Once AI gets the ball in that painted area, he's just got a number of ways that he can go to cause damage.
Now here is Holiday. Not a lot of room. Pass to Bacon. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Medu is out there with DeRozan. Then it's AI. Then there's Murray. And it's Aldridge in at the 5, down low. Murray against Rose. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner 3.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Nice game, great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. C.J. Miles comes in for Kyle Anderson. The Spurs also changing it up. Bertanis, he's checked in for Medu, and Walker subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Walker. Basket is good. The assist from AI. 6 points for Walker.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Rose surveying the D. Miles the pass to Johnson. Can't get it to fall.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
To the inside. Bertans' shot is good. Bertans got 5.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
To the middle, here's Johnson to end the run, and it's good on the layup.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
AI outside. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. AI passes to Medu, goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Anderson outside. Here's Bacon. 6 points for him. Misses the layup.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Anderson kicks to Marjanovic. Back to Anderson. Fires from 14. Misses off the right iron. AI outside. From down in the low post, it goes. AI's got 10 points.
And whatever the adjustments at halftime, they are looking really good right now.
Yeah, scratching my head trying to remember the last time that they missed.
And so it's San Antonio with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. We've got Chandler Parsons, Holiday out there with Brooks, and it's Banks in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And he gets it to go. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
And yes, it's good.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Well, he's going to punish you down there if you're not more physical than he is, and look for them to go right back to that play.
AI left side. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now here is Holiday. He's guarded by AI. Coleman gets the bucket.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
AI outside. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
Stolen by AI. Mills passes to AI. Brooks grabs the board. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Johnson, he's checked in for Banks. C.J. Miles comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Rose in for Drew Holiday. Davis Bertans checks in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Coleman. Rebounded by the Spurs. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Back to Rose. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
AI outside. And the layup's good off the glass.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Johnson outside. Wants to get it to Miles and does. And the shot goes in.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
It's AI on the wing. Defended by Miles. Here's AI. And the jam by AI.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.